Hi, my name is Ksenija. I'm from Latvia, although I've lived, I would say, all over Europe, mainly in London, but also in Brussels. And funnily enough, I'm back here in Latvia just because my life changed due to an autoimmune illness called autoimmune autonomic ganglionopathy, or AAG for short. I came back just to celebrate Christmas. And unfortunately, that ended up with over a long month hospital stay, a few years of questions. What is it? What's happening? Some doctors not believing you, some believing you. And then a few years ago, I got my official diagnosis of AAG. So here I am trying to sort of rebuild my life. I'm sure it's not going to go back to exactly the way it was in London, but I'm also very positive and hopeful that there is still a fulfilling and happy life for me ahead. As much as I would like to say no, I do have to say yes. It can be such simple things as, team building at work. If it involves, I don't know, going out on boats, rowing, hiking, doing anything physical, and unfortunately I have to decline. The same with friends. I have constant fatigue, which means that it's really hard for me to plan things. And even if I feel good the day that I promised that I could do it, it doesn't always end up being like that. Also, I always wanted to donate my organs and to donate blood. Those are things that I unfortunately cannot do. And everything goes through sort of very careful planning. I have to plan my medications, I have to plan my infusions, I have to plan if I want to go on holiday, between what times and when I can do it. Then I have to plan, okay, I need this medicine. Okay, what if this happens? I need also this. I need to get clearance from doctors and so on. So, yeah, the barriers are there in the many different ways. Also, simply from people. Once they find out that you're ill, a lot of them don't really understand it. A lot of them don't believe you. And yeah, a lot of people just don't want to hang out with a person who can't promise to be there when they've promised to be there, It's just, sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't, and a lot of people don't understand it. And the same goes for job markets. Usually when employers first hear about this disease, they're very empathetic and yes, we're gonna accommodate you and we will help you. It's all, solvable and so on. But once the reality hits and once, I need to work from home more, or I need some I don't want to call it special treatment, but, just a little break, so to say, they're not that happy to give it anymore. And suddenly, they look at you differently, and then you're also constantly paranoid. Are they, thinking I'm faking it? Do they, don't want to keep me anymore? So, yeah, in lots and lots of different ways. I would also say that happens almost every day. First of all, people don't understand that most people with chronic diseases live with pain and different struggles every single day. It just depends on the level. Sometimes it's at 5, sometimes it's at 7 or 8. The constant fatigue that you have, people don't understand that. Or I quite often, especially if I have a harsher week at work, I just sleep for the whole weekend, which means no rest. But people just don't get it. They're like, but why? You're being lazy, you know? And yeah, this misunderstanding that if I need to rest, it means that I'm lazy, and not because I know my body and I know that if I push it further, then tomorrow will be even worse. Also, a lot of people, when they look at you, they don't think that you deserve to turn for help, especially social services, because there are a lot of people who are in worse conditions who are still waiting for help. So, and while I somewhat agree and that it's a horrible situation, it was a very hurtful sort of moment when I found that out, because it sort of seems like, okay, well then what am I supposed to do? Just jump off the bridge? Also, a lot of doctors misunderstand you, especially if they are not familiar with your care. I've had a doctor who I went in for a cold, who sits me down and then basically tells me to imagine myself in a beautiful dress and looking pretty, and then starts asking me if I like myself. In the end, telling me that all autoimmune diseases stem from a person not liking themselves. So I've had all kinds of different experiences, but I think the everyday things that come a lot harder for me than maybe for a healthy person, even just housework, you know, all of that. Most people just don't understand that it's not just pain sometimes or something. It really impacts your everyday life and almost every decision you make. Yeah, definitely. One is, you're too young to be sick, or, but you look so healthy. You can't be that sick, or, oh, we all get tired sometimes. Just take some rest. Yeah, or the stereotype that you don't want to work, you just want to live off benefits, which, I'll be honest, are not that great in Latvia. You can't live off them, but sure. And then the next one would be, yeah, definitely sort of faking to get sympathy or to get pills, or I'm not even sure what. But yeah, definitely a lot of those. Definitely. Some of my friends from my social bubble already had experiences with this. Some of them have brothers or sisters who are mentally ill that need extra help. Also, when I got sick, all of my friends were very understanding. They listened, they learned, they never got mad at me for canceling plans. They were always understanding and so on. And the more we talk, and the more also events that I go to that talk about all kinds of disabilities, even there are many things that even I can't fathom yet, you know, and every time I learn something new and we discuss it, their sort of thoughts broaden, and I'm very sure that they listen to it. I mean, from my social circle, everyone has been nothing but supportive and accepting, and yeah, just helpful in every way they can. I would have to say my cousin Karina. She's a very, very smart woman who completed her bachelor's and master's without paying a cent in very good universities, also in London and in Berlin. She's currently working for European Commission, and she's incredibly kind. She has 2 children that she always finds time for, and they are extremely loved and taken care of, and they are constantly being talked to and taught things and explained things. And I just think not only is she a wonderful person, but it's wonderful to see that she and her husband are bringing up a new generation without punishments, but with explanations and strength and courage to try things in life. So definitely her. Definitely, first of all, it would be talking about it, because I believe that most of our society has no clue what an invisible disability is, much less how to recognize it. Even if they do, they are not very kind about it. But first thing for sure would be talking about it, getting involved immunologists, neurologists, and getting also medications in that help. For example, at the moment, Latvia is one of the 3 countries in the European Union who doesn't allow any type of medication that has THC in it, no matter what amounts, no matter how, even though it's been proven to help with pain. Instead of that, I have to take opioids, tramadol, Xanax, Pregabal, all those heavy medications that are proven to cause addiction. And we need actual doctors to start speaking out about it as well, because it's becoming more and more prevalent. And as much as I hear from my doctor, more and more people are suffering from both my disease, AIG, and also all kinds of different autoimmune diseases. There's so many.